All right, what's up? We're gonna do a question and answer type of thing. So these are just 5 questions that we got in emails over the week that I wanted to touch on because we've been getting them pretty frequently, and so I figured might as well answer them on video too. So if you do have this question and you see this video first, maybe that would prevent you having to email in. So we've got Jake over here. He's gonna read me the questions and I'll put it down below as well. So let's take a look at the first one.
All right, first one. Can you put any kind of trigger improvement on the P320 that is able to be used in the Raider? I saw that it won't work with the Army Craft or Apex triggers. I am a little confused on what doesn't work. I have an Army Craft spring kit on my FCU and was wondering if it will still operate correctly. Which aftermarket triggers do work? Thanks again.
Okay, so for that question, he's wondering why on our FAQ page it says that some triggers do not work with the Raider. And so within that FAQ we talk about how the agency trigger, the Apex trigger, the Carries dynamic or Dariz dynamic, there's a couple different aftermarket triggers that don't work with the built-in safety of the Raider. They work like normal if you're shooting and using the trigger like normal. It's just that our little built-in safety has a safety block that is designed specifically for the OEM SIG triggers, whether that's the flat-faced one, the curved one, or the skeletonized one. So it works fine on those, and that's the only thing that we mention in the FAQ. So if you have an aftermarket trigger, I would say lean on the side of not expecting the safety to work. But if you have an OEM SIG trigger, the safety should work just fine.
All right, next one. I was wondering what the ETA on Restock for the left-hand brace would be. I was also wondering if you have a magazine release, delete/insert for the built-in mag carrier.
Okay, I'll touch on the first question first. The first one is, well, it was when the lefty.
ETA on the left-hand brace.
Yeah, ETA on the lefty braces for the Raider. We had a bunch of them, but we sold out of them recently. So there is an order that has been placed for more of them. And I mean, it should just be a couple weeks. It's not a really hard thing to get made. It's just that there's a lead time. So those are in the works and we should have them soon. The rest of that question was if there was a delete on the magazine, the speed load system.
Yes.
So interestingly, we do have a prototype of a delete for the safety system. We had some professional end users who requested that, and so we made a couple prototypes. I've got one on my Raider and it's cool, but we haven't made any production ones yet. I'll look into it, maybe we should. Next question.
Would painting, Cerakoting, or otherwise changing the color of a Flux brace affect the warranty in case of damaged or broken parts?
Okay, so if you are going to want to Cerakote or paint your Raider, there are some things to keep in mind. That will add tolerance, right? So if you're gonna be painting anywhere on the inside or getting paint inside the rail channels specifically, that will be something that we can fix, but we do have a service fee for fixing things that were broken by the customer or by a Cerakote shop. Now, if it's a part that's just not working that should be working and the Cerakote or paint isn't the cause of the problem, then that just falls under regular warranty, and so we'll take care of that. Another thing is if you paint or Cerakote or Dremel or do anything to the Raider, that will void your return warranty though. So just something to keep in mind.
All right. This item shows delivered in my mailbox, but it's not here. Please advise.
Oh, we get these ones every once in a while. So there's a specific route that you should go down if you have a missing package from USPS. And we do have this in our returns and refunds policy on the website. If you have a package that is missing that says it was delivered in your mailbox or on your porch, the first person you should, or the first thing you should do is to contact your local postal office, and from there start an inquiry on your package. All you need is your tracking number and just be like, hey, this says it was delivered, it didn't show up, or there might have been a mistake. So they will open an investigation on your package. And from there, it takes maybe a week to 2 weeks and they'll give you either they find it or they'll give you an email saying that like, hey, look, we did the full investigation, we couldn't find anything. Most likely at that point, it was stolen off of your porch or from your mailbox. So at that point, reach back out to us and then we can see how we can help you with that, because that does suck. It happens every once in a while, especially around the holidays, just because of their workload. So either way, there's things we can do to help you out if your package gets stolen. So.
All right. I saw your post on Facebook and was looking to see what tips you had about purchasing the brace.
So I did post something, I think on Facebook, maybe last week, just because we've had a couple restocks this year so far. And as stated in last August and on the newsletter, we have switched to a blind restock system, which means we're not announcing it to really anybody, just because of inventory numbers. And we just have, like, put this in perspective, we have 25,000 plus people on our newsletter. So when we have a restock of like 300 or 400 raters, it makes absolutely no sense at all to email out 25,000 people being like, hey, you got to get it at this time at this specific time, because that will always crash the website. That will always leave a lot of you guys in it just really sucks from a customer standpoint to like try to buy something when, you know, tens of thousands of people are trying to buy it at the same time. So because of that, we are doing this blind restock system until we have more inventory. So we've done a couple of those this year. It's been pretty good. And, you know, in some cases it was up for 2 days. And yes, it's because we didn't do a big announcement. But that being said, we are very consistent on when we do the restocks. They are always on the same day at the same time. It just depends on what week it happens. So I would say, number one, make an account on our website. That will let you add in your payment information. It will let you get all your shipping information set up as well. So when you do have a chance to make an order, you're not going to be rushing. You can just go through the checkout with your account. It will auto apply everything, and then you can just hit checkout. So that is a big tip that I think is helping a lot of people out.
All right, this is the last question. I'm looking at putting the M17 in a brace. I see what looks like a thumb safety on the chassis. Is that what that is? Is it removable if I want to use the thumb safety on my M17?
Okay, so the M17 and M18, I would say, there's a couple more obstacles when it comes in with those FCUs, because those fire control units do come with their own thumb safeties, like on the fire control unit. So what we recommend is to use our built-in safety that comes with the Raider. The reason that is because it is much more ergonomically placed. It's in a much easier spot for you to swipe off if you need to, swipe back on. You don't need two safeties on your Raider. So yes, while you could remove the built-in one on the Raider and you keep the one on the thumb safe, the fire control unit, it's just not ergonomic. But also, you would have to modify or Dremel your Raider to get those thumb, I think, switches for the fire control unit safety to fit into the Raider. So instead of modifying the Raider, I'd recommend, and this is just kind of in general, I would say get the safety delete pin from SIG. They're like $8 or $9, and you can do that. Remove the thumb safety switches off the FCU, and then it'll just fit into the Raider like normal, and you can use our built-in safety. So that's the video for this week. That is 5 different customer service questions that we've gotten kind of frequently in the past couple weeks. I just wanted to touch on them here in a video. If you have more questions, definitely reach out to alex@fluxdefense.com. We have a team of people who answer that specific email, and so we'll get back to you and we can get you the answers or warranty work or anything you need in a timely manner. So that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. We'll try to do another one next week of another 5 different questions, and throughout all of this, then we'll have answered just about all the questions. Anyway, it's all on the FAQ, so if you want to check there first, definitely we recommend that. Either way, see you guys later.